This is just a quick note for anything that may be uncomfortable or graphic in detail or just really upsetting to anyone who's listening or announcing right now. I planned a really awesome intro, really funny intro for Harry Chronicles Seinfeld. You're not getting it. I was doing some notes, I was prepping like I always do, and then I realized what episode we were going to be chronicling today, and I'm not very happy. It's the Pony Remark. I don't have very happy memories of ponies. I'm like Seinfeld. I hate anyone who's ever owned a pony, anyone who's ever looked at a pony, anyone that's ever ridden a pony. And this has nothing to do with any specific moment or memory in my life. Especially any specific moment or memory in my life that took place October 4th, 1995 in the Columbia Mall in Grand Forks, North Dakota. And this incident definitely didn't place after I ordered a spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's. And then had a TCBY Superman frozen yogurt. And then a oregano pretzel with cheddar cheese dipping sauce at Pretzel Maker. Definitely not one of those moments. And my mom didn't say, "Hey, 6-year-old Harry, look over there, there's ponies. They're giving pony rides. Do you want a pony ride?" And of course I wanted a pony ride. So I told Mom, "Yeah, I want a pony ride." We get up, Mom's about to pay for my pony ride, and the man says, "You can't read, huh?" He points to the sign that says weight limit of 70 pounds. I'm 6 years old. I want to ride a pony. Let the 6-year-old ride a pony. It doesn't matter if I'm wider than I am tall. It doesn't matter if I'm 125 pounds and in the first grade. Let me ride a pony. So, because I was denied access to a pony at the Columbia Mall in Grand Forks, North Dakota, I hate ponies. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Harry Lipsy here with Harry Chronicles Seinfeld. And we're up to Season 2, Episode 2, and this is a crowning moment in Seinfeld. This is the Pony Remark. To me, this is when Seinfeld becomes Seinfeld. I will put this episode up with a lot of episodes from any season. This is the first time I will say that in this series. To be honest, I would put this in the top half. Maybe even the top third. It's a great episode, a lot of funny lines, but it starts with just a really good storyline and a good story idea. Before I talk about the storyline, the story idea, we have two characters that are introduced for the first time. One's a new character and one's a new actor playing that character. First, Uncle Leo. Uncle Leo, perhaps my favorite side character. I love that guy. I really enjoy in the early episodes how he keeps talking about Uncle Jeffrey. He hasn't quite, in this episode at least, he didn't develop his tagline, which is, one of the great catchphrases of 1990s sitcoms, which is, "Hello." It doesn't sound funny, but the way he does it is just awesome. So excited to have Uncle Leo played by the great Len Lesser. He's fantastic. And then Barney Martin, oh man, he was such a great addition to this cast. He plays Morty Seinfeld. We've met Morty Seinfeld before. He was played by a different actor, and he is joined by Liz Sheridan as Jerry's mom. So the family's really starting to come together, and that really helps make this show just go. It makes this episode really funny, especially the parents at Jerry's apartment. They're really fun to listen to. They have great conversations, and I enjoy them a lot. I mean, even talking about Morty, just discuss how he's going to lose all this money because he lost the Super Saver tickets. I mean, that's really sets up for the later episodes, so I enjoy that part of it. So the Pony Remark is about Jerry. It starts off with he just got done with the big championship softball game, which is exciting. The semifinal softball game that set up the championship game. And he gets back to his apartment where his parents are staying for the week. They are there to see a cousin. And somehow the Seinfeld parents convince Jerry to take Elaine to go to this party with distant relatives. And while at the party, Jerry and Elaine are having a conversation, and they're trying. I mean, there's just not much conversation going, and they try to make small talk, and basically they say how they hate ponies. And Nima, who is the cousin of the Seinfeld, and we don't know how exactly old she is. I'm guessing in her late 80s, early 90s, and she says, and Jerry says, I hate anyone that's ever had a pony. And she said, well, we had ponies. And, when I grew up in Poland, everybody had a pony, and they were the best. I love my pony. And you could tell she was very upset. She left the table because she was so furious about the comment. And then comes a really great banter between Jerry and Elaine, and especially Jerry just talking about, hey, I had no idea that an immigrant would have the pony. What's the odds on that? Why would an immigrant from a pony country go all the way to a non-pony country? And that's, to me, it's a great line. And that scene is close to a classic Seinfeld scene, especially for these early seasons. I really loved it. So that's basically the storyline. George, in the meantime, tries to get Jerry to play in this championship softball game, which winds up being on Mima's funeral. And that's the storyline. Kramer isn't really in that storyline, but he kind of shows that he and Morty get along very well, which is they're a funny combo. I like those two. And Kramer comes up with the concept, the line, talking about how he's going to make his apartment levels. It's just going to be different levels, and it's all going to be carpeted and pillows, and he just keeps talking about these levels. And one of my favorite exchanges of the whole episode is when Kramer and Jerry bet that Kramer's not going to do this. And Kramer backs out about a day later. And Jerry says, okay, I won the bet. And Kramer said, no, you didn't want to bet. The bet's off. And Jerry said, no, I was betting you that you wouldn't do it. And Kramer said, but I can. So that was funny to me. I really love the banter that's going on here, guys. I love the development of the characters. You're starting to see where they're going to be. The only difference is in about a season or two, you're really going to see the side characters. So Kramer and George and Elaine, they're really going to be immersed in the storylines. Now they're just kind of on the side, adding humor. But I will say this is by far the best episode that we've seen so far. It's tremendous. A lot of great lines. One example of how this is developed, at the end of the episode, Elaine tries to see what's happening in the apartment after the couple, after Mima died and her husband is moving to, I believe, Arizona, and she asked him about the apartment. And I just thought that was awesome, and that really shows what she's all about. And you're starting to see these characters, because they started out the first couple episodes pretty normal. Now we're, their true characters starting to reveal itself a little bit. If you have not seen the Pony Remark, if you haven't seen it in some time, watch it. This is the first, I can give it a thumbs up. This is close to an A, man. This is one of the, like I said, top third Seinfeld episodes, some great lines, but it starts with a really funny story. Anytime you can get the family, especially Jerry's parents, really going, it's a great episode. This is awesome, guys. I love being able to talk about an episode and talk about my favorite lines and talk about how it's a classic. So this is the first classic episode that I think we've talked about so far. The Pony Remark, please check it out. Thank you so much for the support. Have a great day, guys. Really appreciate it.